Hi, this is William, and you are listening to the JudgeHub Podcast.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to the first episode of the JudgeHub Podcast. My name is Felix Chung.
And I'm Shea Ashbee. Thank you for joining us on this new journey.
We are honored to be joining the Flesh and Blood Judge content team as the podcast team. Our ultimate goal for this podcast is for it to be a useful resource and common touch point for the judge community around the world.
We plan on covering a wide range of topics, from release note reviews and policy updates to interviews and post-event reports from our fellow judges.
Before we go any further, let's talk a little bit about ourselves. Shay, do you want to start off?
Sure. I'm a level 1 judge from Calgary, Alberta, Canada. I've judged a local tier 2 event every single competitive season, starting with the first RTNs in 2021. I'm a dedicated player. I get out to armories as often as I can, usually once to 2 times a week. And locally, I'm known for playing off-meta decks and trying, different strategies with uncommon heroes.
You're pretty famous for playing Riptide.
Sure. Locally famous for playing Riptide, I think.
Yep. So what made you want to be a judge?
So it's kind of I think a different story to most people. I didn't really ever given a thought about judging or competitive events that much, since I'm pretty new to the TCG world. So when our first LGS that got invited to RTNs, he approached 3 of us, and we had kind of talked amongst ourselves about, who wants to do it, who wants to play. And ultimately it came down to me wanting to judge more than the other 2. So they let me have it. And that's kind of how I became a judge for Flesh and Blood.
All right. And you mentioned you don't have maybe a lot of experience judging for other card games or other games?
No, I don't have any experience officially for judging other card games. There have some been in the past that I've played that I've kind of tried to stay on top of the rules, just so when we played locally that I could answer a few questions, around the LGS. But that's about it.
Okay. And what do you like most about judging after these couple years?
Probably my favorite thing about judging is I like to help people. It's a natural position for people to come to a judge and ask for assistance. So whether it be rules clarifications or what to do in an event, or just I feel like it comes with a natural trusted status within the community that people come to you. So I really like to do that and help people. That's probably my favorite thing. I've even gotten people giving me phone calls while they're playing at home, text messages, and I love being that source to help people learn the game, play the game, and stay within it.
Yeah, that's so awesome, because when I think about everything that you've told me, really what I think of is that I wish every local community has someone exactly like you judging and available, dedicated to serving the local community and reliably stepping up when needed. And at these events, just making sure that everyone's having a really good time and playing great games.
Thanks. I appreciate that. How about you, Felix? Can you share a little bit about yourself, about how you became a judge in Flesh and Blood?
Well, first of all, yeah, I am a level 2 judge from Calgary, Alberta, just like you. I started judging actively in 2022, so that's after our community grew a little bit, after you started, and we started getting 2 tier 2 events each competitive season in our city. I am an occasional travel judge. I did 3 tier 3 events last year as well. So I did Calling Indianapolis, which was my first experience at a premier level event. And then I did Las Vegas and Canadian Nationals as well. So that was a really great experience. And I also keep myself somewhat plugged into the online judge community, chatting in the JudgeHub Discord or on the Purple Discord rules Q&A channel as well. And this was all even before joining the content team. So yeah, I'm really plugged into the judging side of things these days.
Okay. So we heard a little bit of ramble about what made me become a judge. How about you? What was the catalyst driver for you to become a judge?
Yeah, so I really, really like knowing the way things work under the hood, be it rules or policy. So from a rules perspective, Tales of Aria had just come out, and I was seeing a lot of questions about how things like Ball Lightning and Sting of Sorcery interacted or what made something on damage versus on hit. And just being naturally curious about these things led me to opening up the comprehensive rules and trying to figure all of this out for myself. And I really, really liked that. So anytime that you get that sort of complexity, it really draws me towards figuring out why something works the way it does, not just knowing the answer of what happens. So from there, my interest in policy also came to why tournaments are set up in a certain ways, why certain penalties are given for certain infractions, and it just went from there.
Okay, so really like to dive into the technical aspect of it.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Did you have any previous experience judging any card games?
No, I really didn't have a lot of experience in judging card games. I am pretty experienced with other things like community organization and different things like that, but I'm always very happy to get all the lessons I can from all the very experienced judges that I have a chance to work with at premier level events and translate them to the local community.
Okay. And what do you like most about judging?
I really like being there in the thick of things and being in a competitive environment. Hopefully keeping things enjoyable and calm despite the stress of the competitive environment. I also prefer to be in the background at the end of the day, helping others claim their glory. And that's truly what makes me happy.
Okay, so not a limelight kind of guy.
Nope.
Okay. You said some really nice things earlier about me, and I wanted to echo those same sentiments towards you. Since you've become a judge in our community, it's only gotten a stronger resource to tap into, and you've gone as far as getting a higher competitive tier experience and knowledge that you've imparted onto us, and especially me, and I really appreciate that. And one other thing I also wanted to mention that you've done a great job also doing building communities, setting up activities, and help our community thrive and grow. So thank you for that.
Yeah, of course. And, between the two of us really representing the local level and the community building level and partnering with a lot of the very experienced judges that are part of the broader content team, but also part of all of the other great teams out there that are working hard to improve the judge program, I think will bring a very good perspective from all angles on different topics that are relevant to us. In fact, our next episode will be a deep dive into the release notes for heavy hitters, so keep your eye out for that.
So whether you're a flesh and blood judge, interested in becoming one, or just curious about how things are on this side, welcome. You can also find us on the JudgeHub YouTube channel or on your podcast app of choice. Please also subscribe to the @FabJudges Twitter for updates from our content team. Thank you.